Rotary Is moment will be provided by Jim Cress. Jim, please unmute yourself. I thought I saw Jim on here earlier.
Yeah, I'm on.
There you are.
I was thinking in alignment with what our speaker is talking about today, that I might have the Rotary Is moment from the time that I joined, which is in 1982. I know I'm not the oldest member, but I'm certainly an older member. And back in 1982, we did not have women in our clubs. Wow, how that has changed and what inspiration and innovation they have brought to our club. We changed locations. That may not seem like much to some people who were not a member of the club at the time, but we had more members and we had to find a place where we could have lunch and close parking, preferably on the same side of the street, but we walked across the street, we do now. And to meet all those criteria in downtown Fort Wayne years ago was no small feat. And then just to get the feet walking there or driving there, because we were in a place that they had always been. Well, that's not true, but you know, for the members at that time, that was their theme was, well, we've always been here. We can't change. Well, we've made a lot of changes. We have a new peace committee. And with that, we do projects and listen to speakers from RI, from Rhode Island University. We have grants, not only through the Peace Committee, but through other areas. One comes to mind with Dr. Kalapari and the grants going to India, and also local projects that we have had, including but not limited to the Avenue of Trees, the Togo, South Africa project. They have a new school. And one of the main things is that not only do they have a new, better school, but I don't know how to explain this exactly, but girls can go to school longer because they have girls' restrooms. And if you think that through, then you can understand that. But I won't go into that. And we have a new Rotary clock downtown. We have done all these things. And now what's in the future? That's the most difficult thing to say, because we can look at then and now, but looking ahead to the future, what's it going to be? Are we going to have more money to put into hospitals and medical equipment in different parts of the world or in the same part of the world? What will we do with our peace committee? Where is that going? What projects are we going to have? Some are in the hopper. Some are things we may do, but it's going to come down to choosing and deciding what we can do. Locally, what will we do? We have helped start new clubs in the area in the recent past, and we are now. And how many more clubs will we be able to assist? And when you think of these things, I remember when phones first came out, cell phones. And I was talking with a doctor friend of mine, and he was thinking of getting one and told me I should. Well, at the price, I wasn't going to. And I said I would never pay $1,000 for a phone, and or even close to it. Little did I know what the prices would do. But I jokingly said to him, because at that time they were giving away cassette recorders and small cameras free if you'd open an account here, or if you'd do that there, and you know, you'd have these things free. And I said, you know, I think someday cell phones are going to be free. And they will give them to you. They're not going to be top notch, but they will give them to you. And he just laughed and thought that was the funniest thing. That will never happen. Well, he didn't live to see it happen, but it certainly has happened. So when we look to the future, we have to dream so much to see what can happen. In Black Lives Matter, with the Peace Committee, we're working some with that. And what's going to happen? What has happened since Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.? Can we do even more in the not too distant future? And I think we can, because we're starting to do more in our club and in our community. And I think those are the things that we need to look at, not just the past, what was then, or not just what is now, but what can we do in the future? And so as we look at our committees and attend our committees, that can be a question perhaps. What can we do in the future that is viable, that is meaningful, and that we can say, yes, we're Rotarians doing this? Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.